Hey fam, it's your girl Miss Diva Trucker. I'm coming to you today. I just wanted to come and check in with you, and I also wanted to talk to you about one of my new companies that I have, which is Hogan Transportation. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to come in. How did y'all like the live feed last night with Mr. Casanova 601? Um, we're going to make that into a maybe a 5, 6 part series. It was great that he stopped through. What I was doing, hey, how is that? What I was doing is I got the Zoom so that I can do interviews with people on YouTube and also Facebook at the same time. So all they have to do is dial in and I can do a interview with them. So my first guest, I can't just come out just any kind of way, okay? If I go get somebody, it's gonna have to be the big dogs, okay? So no one other than Casanova. So a lot of new people do not know who he is because if you're just getting into the industry or whatever the case may be, you may not remember who Casanova is. But if you someone that's been in the industry for a while, everybody knows who he is. So I wanted him to come because basically my channel is based on people getting in the industry, new drivers, people thinking about company leasing, maybe trying to buy a truck, maybe trying to go the owner operator route or whatever the case may be. So I want to be able to get to the business aspect of trucking, okay? How to run your business. And there's a lot of things that, especially when it comes to owner operator and having your own authority, that I just can't give you. So what I can do is I can bring those people who already know how to do that in front of you, so you'll be able to ask those questions that you want to know about, and things like that. So we're going to be doing a series of videos. That was just one of them, just to see if the Zoom worked and everything was okay. I think everything was fine. I just don't have to. I can't pay attention to the YouTube while I'm doing the interview. So I think it worked out pretty okay. It was kind of impromptu. Um, so it was kind of impromptu that we did it, but we're going to talk about building relationships with brokers. We're going to talk about how to get a contract when you're under your own authority. We're going to talk about steps getting your own authority, what to look at for insurance, things like that. We're going to talk about keeping your driver. We're going to talk about the difference between picking off the low board and also picking going to a lease storing company. So you're going to get, there's not, what I want you all to understand is that it's not just one way that you can do things to get to where you want to be. Ripley's over here asleep in his bed, enjoying himself, eating up everything that he can, just having him a good time, spoiled as ever. Um, but I want to talk about business. I want to talk about getting us to the next level, and we got to be able to come together, especially with some of us that may be struggling a little bit in the industry. I want to let people know that it's normal to struggle sometimes. It's normal to have bad days sometimes, but what we got to do is pull together, and some of us that's been through those bad times can be able to help somebody else survive through that. Okay, so it's just some things that we going to talk about. Some of them are going to be a little touchy, as far as different things. We do have different views on certain situations, so at least we can come together at the end of the day and agree to disagree. Okay, you will see my perspective on some things that I feel. I'm very passionate about women being successful in the industry and things like that. So we're going to talk about a lot of things. So I wanted not to overwhelm you and just be an hour long or 2 hour long conversation. I wanted to break it down into maybe 30-minute segments to do. And I'm also going to bring you some other business people that are in the industry that may not even drive trucks, but they showing people how to own their own trucking company. People that are getting funding by contracts, government funding. I'm gonna bring you somebody like that. I want to bring you. There's a lady that I want to talk to you. Bring on the channel as well. This lady was a driver for over 12 years. No, 9 years, and now she's going to law school to be an attorney, and she specializes in ELD. So there's a lot of the business aspect of trucking that I want to be able to bring to you, and I want you to be able to feel comfortable enough to ask your questions so that they can be answered by these different people. People that have started their truck schools, people that, I mean, just so many of different people that is in this industry that have done so many things. I want to bring you people that are brokering and doing dispatching from home and things like that, so you could understand what it is that they do. Maybe a couple of brokers from some companies that you can understand what they do. I'm gonna reach out to some of the brokers and truckers tools because I work closely with truckers tools. So I do know some of the brokers that are in that. So if you have any questions about how they rate things, about how they keep you running, how to sign up and things like that, I want to be able to bring those answers to you. Okay. And I don't know anything. So I do have to go out and reach out and get those resources for you. Okay. Another thing that I want to talk to you all tonight was I hope you all got a chance to get on the conference call with the Maryland DOT. The Maryland DOT did a conference call today. I sent out a picture and I also sent out their phone number of the conference call. I hope some of you all was able to jump onto that and give your opinion about truck parking in Maryland. And anything else that I see that comes up as far as for drivers to participate in, I am going to pass that along to you as well. One of the things I want to talk to you all tonight, you all know that I do have a new company, which is Hogan Transport. And I want to tell you about some of the jobs and things that they have. Hey, Miss Pearl. Let me see. I want to tell you about some of the opportunities that they offer. And another thing that I'm working on, y'all, I'm working on a program that I can bring to everybody. And it's basically going to talk about your getting your credit together. Okay, because we can't buy trucks if we want to go out there and finance trucks and things like that and build your business without your credit being straight. I'm doing drop shipping. I used to do that before I got into trucking, was very successful in drop shipping, where I had my online store. And what I did was I sold off of eBay and Amazon. Okay, so I'm getting back into that with the trucker store, and I'm gonna try to get heavily back in there so I can show you all if y'all are interested in drop shipping. I'm also learning the Forex trading market, how to trade cryptocurrency and stuff like that. And but I want to bring those things to you so you can look at other ways to build things that you may want to do besides trucking. Okay, so it's always good to expand your mind and work on something different things after trucking, and I want to be able to bring those things to you. Another thing, I was talking to what else is going on? We're going to do something. I still am going to do a video about the trip to Washington, D.C. If y'all haven't read the article in Freight Waves, the article came out that Senator Baldwin has now signed on to the bill that Senator Moran has with looking into the workplace violence and things for women in the trucking industry that's getting into the industry. So the whole trip to Washington, one of the visits that we went to go see was Senator Tammy Baldwin's office, and I think she's a senator out of Wisconsin. And she was very concerned about about the drivers that live in Wisconsin. Okay, so that's why we was asking you all, get your senators, your representatives involved in your state to let them know some of the challenges that you face out here in the trucking industry, because they really care about their people. Because the first thing that Senator Tammy Baldwin office asked us was, how many people in Real Women in Trucking, how many people do y'all have from Wisconsin? Okay, so they are concerned about things that happen in our industry, especially if you live in their state. Okay, and she signed on to the bill, so she's going to help out on that bill. The If you read the article in Freight Waves, it talks about the bill that they're trying to present, which is a good thing that we like. But the only thing is, y'all, my concern is we don't want this to be no sugar coated, just some a place where a bunch of people get together and do nothing. Okay, we already got enough of groups that do that. So we want people to be on the focus group and people to be on the committee that are actually, in the industry, that may have experienced some of these workplace violence, that may have had one-on-one interaction with somebody that has experienced it. It's kind of hard. The issue is, it's really hard when you are supported so much money by the mega carriers and you serve on the board that is the problem. Okay, so we want actually drivers, women drivers, people to be trainers, people that's been in this industry for long periods of time, that's actually been behind the wheel of a truck and may have experience going through some of these schools, may have experienced any kind of violence in the industry, any kind of harassment. We want people who have experience so we can really get down to the issue instead of just overlooking it and just having a meeting to have a meeting to do nothing. That's not the purpose. So hopefully right now we're just going to sit back and wait and see what they do, but they are forming together and they are getting something together as far as trying to work on the workplace violence. Real Women in Trucking is going to schedule a EEOC big person in the EEOC that is going to do a live feed that we're going to share it out to everybody. So if you have questions about maybe cases or anything that you have experienced out here in the industry and you want her to be able to answer your particular question, you can do that, because we're not lawyers. We don't know a lot of things, and we want you to be able to actually ask the questions in front of people that can actually tell you what to do and where to go. Okay, um just to protect you yourself, or what to do if you happen to get in a situation that this happens to. And a lot of times it's not after you're on the road. They want it to be like, the biggest issue that women are having out here on the road is that we're getting cat called at the shipper and the receiver, and we don't have enough lighting. And that's not the biggest issue that we're having out here. We're having, a lot of it has to do with when you're in training. Okay, being one-on-one with your coworker, and these things are happening to you. So that's what you got to focus on. Don't try to sugarcoat it and look over the issue. People are getting raped in the training environment. Okay, so when you're on the truck by yourself, it's kind of like a different realm. You're not so close one-on-one with a person, but when you're in a truck with another individual, then these are where some of these incidents are happening, and we want that to be acknowledged. Another thing is that they want to focus on recruiting. We need to put a lot of emphasis on letting people know the real of what it is to expect in trucking. A lot of people don't stay in trucking is because they had no idea what it was about. And when they came out here to our industry, it's like a wow, a shock, and they can't handle it. Okay, so that's a lot of a big reason why we get a lot of turnover. They're not mentally prepared to what you're going to have to endure when you get out here. And when you're not prepared, a lot of them turn around and they go back to the house. Not only that, some of them have problems with the harassment, with the misconduct, with different things, and we got to address it. We can't no longer run away from the problem. And this is not going to, and this affects people that come in the industry after maybe I'm long gone. Okay, so that's why we need to have these policies and procedures in place. Like I told y'all, we do training for truckers against trafficking. We need to have our own trainers to protect our own selves out here on the road. Okay. But other than that, I do want to do, oh my God, y'all, if you ever get a chance to go to Washington, D.C. and see the African American Museum, it will change your life, your entire life. It is totally free. And to get so much history in a place like that, and I'm telling you, if you go the whole day. Plan on spending the whole day there because it's 4 floors and it's a lot of things to interact in. Okay, being able to go, and I just love that, like that nightlife of the fast-paced nightlife of Washington. Like you go out to eat and you go do this and you go to, the whole time that we was up there, the whole time that we was up there, um we didn't even turn on TV one time at all. That's how busy we was. But what else? But hopefully, yeah, something will come out of it that we can focus on people having a safe environment when they're coming into this industry, and focus on some of these real issues about why it is that we have such a high turnover and people entering our field. We're going to talk about a little bit more with the AB5. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that with Casanova, and how that affects the industry and different things like that. So I want to do a lot of the business talk, of trucking, the business talk of trucking, and how it affects you as the driver. But I do have Hogan Transportation. I am going to be looking for an assistant, okay, because it's hard for me to, with me doing so many things, it's very difficult for me to answer the phone for everybody all the time. I'm getting more and more busier with recruiting on a daily basis, trying to place people. I'm driving, I'm doing all these other things, and I feel like I'm overwhelmed, and I feel like I'm not able to get to everybody that I need to get to, and it bothers me. So what I'm going to do, I would like it to be somebody that really doesn't know anything about me, or trucking or whatever the case may be, because I need a person that is going to be my right hand person, like answering the phone, follow directions, call people back, put in applications, and they're able to answer the phone at all times. The person that I'm looking for is probably going to be a person at home, that's able to be around their computer, answer the phone, keep my schedules, my calendars of where I gotta go. I get so confused where I gotta go, who I talk to, um, all these different things that I want to do and got going on, and I'm just trying to make it to the end of paying off this truck. Okay, I'm trying to make it to the end of paying off this truck, and this is a big, it's consuming a lot. It's consuming a lot for me to try to do everything that I want to do and be behind the wheel of this. So I'm looking for that exit plan. I'm looking for, but yeah, I do have to hire a assistant. I'm thinking, answering phones, applications, communicating back with my people, letting them know the status of their applications. I will talk to people about the job. I will talk to them about the pay. I will talk to them about what they're looking for. And basically, my assistant will just, I will tell them what company to put them with. Okay, because I know what company that they need to go to. Um, Trying to figure out returning phone calls, setting up schedules to return phone calls that I need to talk to people. Um, I, I don't know. I think it will be something about 20 hours a week, maybe $10 an hour. That's about what, $200 a week. Somebody that is real nice, can talk to people. Hello, thank you for calling Miss Diva Truckers Recruiting Service. How may I help you? No, she's not available right now, but can I take your name and number? Maybe leave her a message, and she'll either give me a message to call you back, or schedule a time later on to talk to you at that time. So, somebody that is really nice and can handle the computer and handle my calls and schedule my things that I got going on. Like, what is it? November next week I'm going home to Brunswick, Georgia for Thanksgiving. Dana is coming out there with me. Then December I don't have anything. January I'm flying to Houston for Divas with a Yolanda birthday party. February, we're going to try to do something in Key West. March is the truck show, and truckers truck show. So I'm trying to schedule, get an RV out there, and probably try to do something for truckers tools. And I got sponsors, y'all. I got people sending me stuff that I'm supposed to do a video on, and I haven't had a chance to do a video on. So I need that organized. I'm due sponsorship for my videos, for people that want to advertise on my videos. I have to set that up where they pay a certain amount a month to advertise their product or whatever the case may be on my channel. This is different between ads that are on my channel. This is something that is going to actually be right before the video plays. So they will have to pay a fee to have that done. My contracts, like right now I'm under exclusive for trucker stools. But all these things that people are sending to me in the mail that they want me to do, like I got this back thing that I'm supposed to do a video with y'all. It's supposed to help truckers with their back while they're driving and stuff like that. It's up there. I haven't even had a chance to open that up. I'm supposed to talk to y'all about jobs and all this kind of stuff, but and I'm on my way to Georgia. Okay, so I got dropped my load in Tennessee, on my way to Georgia to pick up a load, then I got to turn around and go up to the yard. But let's talk about Hogan Transportation. Okay, I do have Hogan Transportation. I do want to let you all know, if you're interested in that company, let's talk about them for a little bit. Oh, let's see. Oh, somebody called about a truck. Look, y'all, you do know I have Western Flyer Express, okay? Anytime that you're calling for a particular truck, especially leasing or whatever the case may be, I cannot guarantee a truck to anybody. Like those W-9s that Western Flyer Express have, I cannot guarantee that to you. Anybody that says that they can guarantee you a particular truck, you better get it in writing. That's all I'm telling you, because I recruit for that company and they do not guarantee you a truck. Okay, I do not want you to think that if I take your application that I'm pre-approving you for a W-9. It's not happening. Okay, if they have that truck available at the time that you go to orientation, then there's a possibility that you might be able to get into one of them. But under no circumstances will I ever guarantee you a truck at a particular company. I do apologize for that, but I unless you got it in writing, whoever you talk to that is your recruiter or whatever the case may be, and they telling you that they could put you in a particular truck, get it, have them write that to you on paper and have them sign it. Okay, so you could take it to orientation. This is who told you that. All right. Other than that, let's see. Minimum experience at Hogan Transport is you need 6 months tractor trailer experience in the last 2 years. The trailer has to be at least 45 feet. Local experience will not count. Um, they will take people with an automatic restriction, and your military experience will not count. They will not take you if you have more than two moving violations in the last 12 months, three in the last 36 months, one serious moving violation within the last 12 months, or two within the last 36 months. Oh my God, I don't even know how to cut that off. No suspended license for more than 30 days in the last 3 years, unless it is for failure to appear or child support or failure to pay a non-moving violation. Um, all DOT recordable accidents are reviewed by safety. Let me see. No more than two preventable accidents in the last 12 months. No more than four, and no more than four preventable and non-preventable incidents in the last 12 months. Let's see. You can only have a maximum of 6 jobs in the last 3 years. Let's see. No safety related terminations in the last 3 years. No drug offenses in the last 5 years. No DUIs in the last 5 years. They do a urine test. Let's see. They do have paid orientation. Normally it is 2 days. Drivers that are on their car hauling account will have 1.5 to 2 weeks of training after orientation. You will train in either St. Louis, Missouri, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, or you will train in Columbus, Ohio, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's for the car hauling position. Um, Normally, their orientation is held in Atlanta, Georgia, and Waco, Texas for car hauling accounts only. Driver will attend orientation that is the closest to their run that they're hired for. So, Missouri, Ohio, Georgia, Waco, Texas. They provide you breakfast and lunch. You can either take the bus, or if you are on the car hauling account, they will fly you there. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about some of their dedicated accounts that they have. Right now, I can't tell you the exact account, but I can tell you where it's at. Okay. They have an account in Montgomery, Alabama. They have one in Columbus, Ohio. They have it in Alachua. Is that right? No, that's closed. That's closed. That's closed. They got one in Fulton, Missouri, which has a $5,000 sign-on bonus. Let's look at that and see what that is about. This job runs, looks like they run Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Arkansas, Colorado, Indiana, and Tennessee. They have a 1,000 weekly guarantee for the first 60 days, and 25% of the backhaul. I'm not sure what that means, but what is that? Okay, let's see what else they have. Zanesville, Ohio. They need 12 positions, $3,000 sign-on bonus. Do they have any local? That's close. That's close. Hebron, Kentucky. Let's see what that is. Ohio, Indiana, and South Carolina, drivers are paid hourly. Drivers will be home most nights. 95% of the loads are home daily. Driver no touch. Driver typically works 4 days a week, 45 to 50-hour work week. You will have paid vacation. You will gross $12.50 a week, or $24 an hour, $36 overtime, and you will make about $65,000 a year on a W. So that is in, what is that? Hebron, Texas. I mean, what did I say? Hebron, Kentucky. Okay. I got one in Muncie, Indiana with a $2,500 sign on bonus. I got one in St. John's, Michigan with a $4,000 sign on bonus. I got an OTR for the upper Midwest. Let's see what that pays. $12.88 a week, 42 to 47 cents a mile, and it is $67,000 a year. You will work 2,200 miles to 2,400 miles a week. Teams, what did it say? Teams is 26 cents a mile. You're out for 2 weeks unless you live in St. Louis or Indianapolis. You get $400 of vacation pay. You will run 48 states. St. Louis and Indy leave out Sunday and in Thursday to Friday. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's see what else they have. All right. St. John, Michigan, OTR, Upper Midwest. They got a account for Cedar Falls, Iowa. $4,000 sign-on bonus. Galesburg, Michigan, $4,000 sign-on bonus. West Jefferson, Ohio, has a $4,000 sign-on bonus. So they do have some dedicated needs available. Let's see what this one in Ohio is about. That one pays 50 cents a mile. And it increases all the way up to 55 cents a mile. You're making about $60,000 a year. Daily time starts between 10 and work 5 days, including one weekend. This is like a local job. Yeah, $1,100 a week. That looks like a local 100%. No, they will be going from Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, PA, and New York, Buffalo and Rochester areas. But slip seat, yeah. Take truck home, no. But yeah, but that's a little bit about Hogan. If you have any questions about them, you can always give me a call. My I'll put my link, my application in the description box so you can fill that out. You can always call me at 1-800-620-9235, and I can tell you everything that I have. Okay, but I did want to tell you I do have them now as a company. Anybody else that we got new? Hogan, London County. This is a flatbed company. 6 months flatbed experience. Um, but yeah, I got a call the other day about I got a call about who was that? Called about Arnold Transportation. I don't have them anymore. Okay. Arnold is not on my list anymore. So if you want to go to Arnold or you're thinking about Arnold, you will have to call them directly because I do not have them anymore. Okay. Um, but yeah, I want to try to come and bring y'all a job every time I do a video, go over a particular company every time I do a video, so you can get a base feeling of what I have available. And but other than that, y'all, that's it. I just wanted to come and say thank you so much for tuning in last night. It was like an impromptu live feed. Do you have any tanker jobs, non-hazmat? My tanker is, hold on, let me go, Quality Carriers. Let me see who I got. Tanker. Okay. It says my tanker positions are Averitt has tanker, Cardinal Logistics, Quality Carriers, and Smith Transport. The one I would look at would be Quality Carriers. They pretty good. They have, oh, they got some dedicated, okay, the hotspot locations. They're looking for people in Barberton, Ohio, Bedford Park, Illinois, Delaware, Ohio, Bristol, Wisconsin, Toledo, Ohio, Bridgeport, New Jersey, Baltimore, Maryland, Westway, New Jersey, Cincinnati, Ohio, Richburg, South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, Beaumont, Texas, Augusta, Georgia, Salisbury, North Carolina, Chicago, Illinois, and Newark, New Jersey. But that's just their hot spots. That's what they need drivers the most. But yeah, I do have quality carriers. As let me see what I have for flatbed. Let me see. Who is my flatbed companies? Let's do flatbed. Okay, my flatbed is Avery got flatbed, I guess. Cardinal Logistics got flatbed. EW Wiley got flatbed. JB Hunt, Cook Companies, London County, LCT, PNS. They got flatbed. Sharkey, that's a good company. That's where you could be percentage on as a company driver and also get your benefits paid for. You don't have to pay for your benefits. Swift has flatbed. System Transport has flatbed. And I think that's all my flatbed companies. Um, and my oversize is going to be Transport, Trans United. That's where my heavy haul specialized stuff is. But other than that, y'all, I just wanted to come in for a few minutes. It's 36 minutes. Didn't want to hold you all too long, but I wanted to come in and check in and say thank you so much for, thank you, Austin. Thank you so much for tuning in last night with impromptu thing with Casanova. So we're going to break that up into different sections, and hopefully we'll have some feedback back and forth. And also, y'all like my nails? I got my nails done yesterday. It's called the Metallic. And look, my little crystal thing that already came out, child. You can tell I'm a hard working woman. Um, my little crystal things already come out, but that is called like the metallic nails or something like that. But other than that, yeah, I'm in Thanksgiving mode. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go be with my family. I'm just ready to go let loose. I'm ready to go cook. We finna go to Georgia. Y'all coming with me. We finna cut up. Okay, we finna cut up. Y'all gonna be with me with my family throughout the holidays and stuff like that. And we just gonna have a good time. Ripley, you got anything you want to say before we cut out? He's so happy to be on the truck. He is so happy to be back on the truck, y'all. Where is he at? Ripley, you got something you want to say? Leave me alone. That's what you want to say, Rip? Leave me alone. But yeah, he's over there comfortable. Other than that, y'all, peace, love, joy, and happiness. And I hope everybody is doing okay and being safe. Y'all, I was out on the road. Look, I said I was getting ready to go. I was out on the road last week, and oh my God, it was like about 25, 35 trucks turned over in the road coming down I-70 into Indiana and Ohio, and all you saw was trucks everywhere. It had got so cold, it was down to like 10 degrees. And I think what happened was the weather, because the day before it was like 60 degrees, and then the next day I had woke up and it was just the ice was coming down, and the snow started coming down, and that weather just got real cold real quick, and it froze up. That ice got on that road, and child, everybody was slipping and sliding all over the place. Luckily, I didn't come out at that time because I was like, it's too cold, it's too dangerous. um I don't want to be out there. I said, and it was like a candy load or whatever. And I was like, I don't have a problem taking a load. I just can't take it tonight. I said, because number one, I had been up all day. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. And number two is that it's ice out there all over the road. So uh I told him no, I'll take it in the morning, but it won't be tonight. Child, ain't no candy worth. You talking about some candy like some Hershey bars? Child, please. Ain't nobody finna ain't nobody finna be running up and down the road, slipping and sliding, going on for some candy bars. No, I'll take it tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll take it in the morning. It was supposed to be up there like at 6 o'clock in the morning or something. I said we'll be a little late if you want me to take it, but they took me off the load. I ain't have to worry about it. I said I get something in the morning. I mean, no. And then it was so glad that I did do it, because when I got the load the next morning to go to Ohio, when I tell you it was trucks everywhere, it was trucks piled up everywhere. They was like all over here, all in the median. They done jackknife. They was like everywhere. It was trucks everywhere. And I was like, oh my God. It was just ice, because it wasn't like a whole lot of snow. But you know what? Them folks, let me tell you something. In 24 hours, them folks I came back from Ohio back to Granite City, and them folks had mostly all them trucks off the highway. They had them came and got all them trucks off the highway that quick. It was so funny. I was like, oh my goodness. But be careful, y'all. Be careful. It's no joke. If you ever get in a situation that you don't think is safe enough for you to drive, pull over, let them know, due to the weather conditions at this time, it is too unsafe for me to drive. There's nothing wrong with that. Put it in your Qualcomm, and make sure that you CYOA, okay? Make sure you CYOA. But I also want to talk to you all too, because somebody reached out to Real Women in Trucking, and a truck caught on fire. A female driver, her truck caught on fire, y'all, and the truck burnt all the way down to the ground. Okay, and my concern is, like, when you're in a truck, like if you're in a lease truck or whatever the case, like I am, and something happens to my truck, like the insurance will pay for, the truck or whatever the case may be. But what about your personal belongings? Like, what about everything? What if everything that you owned is kind of like in the truck, like my situation? I do have like a little storage or whatever, but what if all your like laptop, computer, microwave, your bedding, everything, it got burnt up in the truck? Are we covered? So, do we have to have a separate type of insurance for our personal belongings? So, these are the things that you want to ask, because you never know what may happen, especially out here on the road. These are some of the things that you want to ask. If something happens to my truck, what about my contents inside the truck? They may cover the truck, but your contents of what you had may not be, covered. So I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to take up like a GoFund or something for. I just really hate that, Um, but it does happen. It's something to think about. So I don't know, but nonstop. That notification thing is non-stop. But yeah, I gotta get out this truck, y'all. I'm kind of getting burnt out. Um, I could only do 5 years. I've never stayed on a job longer than 5 years. So after 5 years, I either got to elevate to something else. I got to do something else, I get burnt out. And I'm trying to keep this smile on my face and everything like that. But every time they send me a load, I'm like, all the excitement and everything is just like out of me. Like it's like my mind is going so many places that I got to do and I want to do it. I can't do it because I'm behind the wheel of this truck. But other than that, I mean, it's a good feeling because at one time this was all I had. I'm doing good, John. How are you doing? This was all I had, and I was just happy to have a place over my head and somewhere that I could go. Yeah, I do. I need some time. I'm getting burnt out. I'm just getting burnt out. Like I was in a hotel last night. I came in, I brought my load in early, and I said I'm gonna go wash my clothes and stuff like that. And I checked in, and it was like I had to uh, get up this morning and go take another load. And but I can't stop now. I gotta keep going. We almost to the finish line, y'all. We almost to the finish line. We gotta keep going. But I don't know. I'm just kind of getting burnt out a little bit. And then it's so hard in the wintertime because it's so hard in the wintertime. I'm gonna try to cook. I'm gonna do the devil eggs. They tell my auntie you can make the devil eggs, and I'm like, okay, I could do the devil eggs. You know what I'm talking about? They tell me because that's the easiest thing to cook. I'm like, I could cook more than some devil eggs. But we get in Tuesday. I just want to go relax and just enjoy myself and just um I'm taking my mama with me, so I gotta pack her up. I'm gonna get a load down to Biloxi, Mississippi, and I rented a car from Biloxi to um I rented a car to go from Biloxi, Mississippi, and there we go. Rented a car to go from Biloxi, Mississippi, all the way to Brunswick. No, a SUV, and then come back. So I'm taking her there, and then what else? Oh, but Wednesday night we're gonna have Italian night. Like I'm gonna do pizza, wings, salad, lasagna, stuff like that. Thursday we're gonna have our full Thanksgiving meal. Friday I want to have a seafood boil, like with the crab legs and the shrimp and gumbo and all that kind of stuff. And then Saturday I want to have a barbecue. So I leave. Y'all, I can't. I leave Sunday and on my way back, coming back on the road. But I'm still studying. I'm looking at videos every day. I'm listening to videos and stuff like that. So that's what I basically doing, and I'm not gonna stop until I get the hang of it. So watching my trading videos, watching, doing all this other kind of stuff, but just trying to keep progressing and just keep trying to move forward. Let me see. I know, Brianna, I'm wore out, child. I am wore out. So I don't know. But I did say that, I think I was getting a little bit overwhelmed and I needed some help. I really need some help because I'm trying to do too many things at one time and it's really, really catching up to me. But, you got to keep growing, you got to keep moving, and you got to keep being creative and have ways. Because when I get out the truck, I want to be able to stay out the truck. So I got to be able to start these other things if I'm going to be able to maintain myself out the truck. I gotta do it. So, but other than that, y'all, peace, love, joy, happiness. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed night. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I will talk to you all later. Bye.